So I think in the new version of Flutter, we need to use a getter. I think that's we can.
You need what?
We need to use a getter, like a constructor, a constructor within this card. So after like this constructor, which is get delete, and which is returning the delete method. I think this can be the issue. Let me try to run it and see. So inside the code card, I've created this method, which is get delete and returns the delete method. Because now I'm no longer seeing the error. So let us try to use that get method and we see what it will do. You know the challenge, whenever they update something, they change the previous things and then they update with the new things. So that's the challenge with programming. You keep on learning something new each and every day. Because yesterday I updated my Day8 version and my Flutter version, the latest version, and I first got issues with my Android Studio. It refused to work. I had to first uninstall Android Studio. So let us try to run that and see. It's taking long to run, but you can wait. Oh, but I'm trying to realize something, that I changed this widget into a stateful. Yet at first my intention was using a stateless widget. That's why I declared some methods to be final. I think that can be a big issue because I changed into a stateful widget and then the methods I'm using are for a stateless widget. So let me try to check that and see. I convert it back into a stateless widget. Alex, are you getting what I'm trying to mean?
I'm getting.
That first I had a stateless widget, then the methods I'm using are for stateless widget. Yet I had converted this into a stateful widget, meaning that there is an issue there.
So you change.
So now I'm going to change it
I'm
back.
saying
I have to change it back to a stateless widget. I think that's the big challenge I'm having. Let me even remove this delete method which I had. I remain with my error which was there. See where is the error? Yeah, the error was on that word delete. So then I will have to convert this into a stateless widget. My thing takes long now to come. I don't know what's wrong with it. I want to convert that. Let me go to the plot of panels. So this thing I had here takes long to come. I don't know what's disturbing. So that I need that candle site. It's taking long to come. So I should look for another shortcut of converting because it's not coming. Otherwise, when you don't look for a shortcut of converting, you have to retype each and everything. Let me do that. You just go to the return and you copy each and everything which is there. So up to here, I cut it from there. After cutting it, I will remove the stateful widget. Then let me create a stateless widget there. So I have to create a stateless widget like that. And I had given it a name which is quote card. So where there is a return container, I delete it. I paste my code there. And again, I had to remove this one from here, Control X, and I paste it here. I remove this because it's not needed. I paste my code there. And I come and delete this code card from here. Let me see. come from. I have to create this. So I converted into a stateful widget and some things changed. So that was a big challenge. Let us see what we have. So let me see whether I have any other state. So I defined those methods from here. I also have to call this method final. So let us. So it's still showing an error on pressed. What are they saying? They are telling me that the argument type function can't be assigned to the parameter type void function. And I think the error has disappeared. So the whole challenge was converting the code into a stateful widget. Now I have called my function successful, and then it has worked. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, it was supposed to be obtained to setless.
Yes, it had to be stateless. That's the biggest challenge I had. So let me save this and again, and I see. And actually, I couldn't remember that I converted it to a stateful.
So it's always supposed to be stateless. Eh?
Of course, it can be stateful, but remember the methods you used in all the functions were methods for a stateless widget. But if you are going to use a
Okay.
stateful, even at first you have to use a stateful widget. But if you just convert, then you'll find challenges because our methods were final. If it was a stateful, then we had to define the methods within the widget itself than defining the methods from the main and just calling it this side. Because if it's a stateful, then it can change all those methods. You can change the methods within the code. Like as you see this, the first one was stateful in the main. That's why in the main, you see that we have the list, which is a list of quotes. We defined it because it is a stateful widget. It can access the list and it can change the list. So meaning that if the other one was also stateful, then you have to define all the methods from there. But remember, when we are starting this code, we started with a stateless widget for that part of the card. And there, that's where the challenge was. So let's try to run and see. So it's still loading. Let's wait for it to load and see. I think there is still a problem. There's still a problem here. So that problem where it is, it's challenging to tell where it is. So there is a problem, but I don't know. Maybe let me try to first change this and we see. Because this is supposed to be a function, but I don't know what's wrong with this updated version. So my challenge might be with the updated version, but I don't know if when you try to run it on your laptops, it works.
Maybe we shall try because I've not written the code. The code was too long and
Okay.
I was trying to follow. I got lost, so I had to just stop.
Okay, you try that and see.
Okay, you'll upload this video and I follow it. And I see.
Because that's the way we are supposed to call this function if you are using a stateless widget. You just you just write the name and then, but I don't know what's wrong with this one pressed method.
We shall try and figure out because with coding, those are the errors you get that take days.
Eh, this error. because in our the challenge is that in our main function we don't have any issue, meaning that our code is okay. And they are telling us that it is of type function. That's why I've called it a function in the other method, because it is of type function. So, but then I don't know what's wrong. Here I don't think there is any issue in this code. The main, so the challenge is only in the code class. Then let me see. What's in this one? I don't have to report anything. But here I have that Day8 method which is well defined, but the challenge is calling it here, giving me that error. Maybe let me first get the whole button and then I create a new button. If that one refuses, then I will just leave it. So that's the challenge with updating. You always find issues.
Yeah, it comes with the new features that
And in most cases, we update expecting maybe something interesting, and you don't find anything interesting with updating sometimes. What's wrong with my button? But so I want to use this flat button, although it is no longer used. I just want to use it and see, because it's there in the buttons. I'm pressed. Yeah, I'm just going to call my method Day8. Then here, icon. I'll use my icon button, which is icons.get. Then the label, I use a text widget which has a label. And I type Day8 port. What is wrong with this text? That one has disappeared. It's only this one which is left. Let me see the documentation and see what they are saying. says if none of the members in one of the records needs to be exported in any unnecessary exclusion. Let me try to see this documentation and see. The argument inside an invocation of a constant constructor. In case of a flow, verified. But I'm not seeing anything there. Because the member was not the president, so I'm trying to read through this and see if there is any change in the new version. It's not matching with what I have. Let me try this second way of going of returning. See. See.
I'm seeing the error is gone.
I think the error is gone. Let me try that. Let me save and see. So those are some of the challenges faced after updating. Actually, yesterday I couldn't use Android Studio. I had to use Visual Studio. Android Studio has refused to complete. So let me try to delete and we see. When I click on delete, I want to see if it disappears. Nothing happens. Okay, I'll try to check in the new version. Let's see. And we are supposed to start our project, I think tomorrow. But the challenge we have is that some people are still behind. So what should we do?
On the project.
Because what I was thinking that instead of like we start the project after next week, because some even have problems with the Android Studio. So we give them the whole of next week to pass through what we have covered, and then the next week we start on the project. How do you see that?
So what you mean next week we cannot have any
Like next week
any
we can have discussions. For example, if we have any issue, we can come and discuss that. For example, if someone has any issue on what we have covered so far, so we can first pass through that as we wait for others.
so
Because when we start
so when are we going to start on the project?
so that we can start on the project after next week. So we can give them next week to catch up with us. So that after next week we can start on the project. Because that project we have to take a full week on that project. And then after that project, we have to start on the back end, but still we can't start on the back end when others are still on the they are still on the front end. So we can use the whole of next week to practice. I also send there's also the other file I sent in the group of the project which I'm currently doing. You can also be trying that project. Like you can be designing those screens. Like for me actually I'm remaining with only one screen, which I'm to design, I think tonight. So you can try your and design your screens, and then we share and see. Because whenever you are practicing, you always discover some new widgets. So we can try that as we wait for others.
So Makula, what you're meaning is that the the some file you sent in the group, is it the one we are going to use? Like
Yeah,
is it the interface?
yeah, we can use those. You can use that file as the interface. And actually, I have the code. If you can try to do what you do, and then at the end, I will share my code and you compare with yours and see. Actually, I will upload my code on GitHub.
Okay, we shall see.
So like next week on like Wednesday, okay. I will upload my code. Also, I will upload the code for the other first project, so that you can send, then you compare with what you have.
Okay.
So, but also in case of any question, you can share in the group.
Okay.
Because when you share in the group, also others will learn from there. Okay, I think we can end this meeting, today's meeting.
Okay, this video you'll upload it, I think. Also.
Yeah, I'm going to upload all the videos. Actually, there's other videos which are I'm going to upload them tonight.
Okay, thanks.